Let's talk Rocketeer, yeah? Or not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure.
Someone had to respond, right?
Yeah, so if someone was like, "No, I really don't want to talk about
No.
this," Janie, I'd be like, "Oh,
I
okay,
don't like
that's
this.
fine,
No.
Yeah, my
please
Wally
don't make me
want to
talk about
it.
this." Yeah. All right, Augie, what are your thoughts on this?
Thumbs it up.
No,
Sums it up.
it is. It's a thumbs up. Like, I love it, but it's that thing where it's like, I made a list. Like, I was just making a joke before we went live that I should change my Instagram handle to my eBay handle because I'm trying to get rid of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see this and I go, ugh.
Yep.
This is so good. And if you know anything about this company, like, this is kind of out of their wheelhouse. Like, they really do beautiful women. And I think Rocketeer is a little like a new like segue for them. And this is I think is it their first male character?
No, they have the hide figure that they're doing, that giant muscular guy.
This is really, really, really wonderful. Chamba, I think it was you that said that if Betty, I believe, if she had come with something different to made her interact a little more with the Rocketeer, that was a really great note. Fantastic observation. I mean, this is a fantastic set, but unfortunately for me, it's that thing that didn't make the list, and for now, I have to stay within the list. If, like, you know, those things that, like, you know how you make a list, you're like, I'm gonna buy these toys, and then that's it. I'm not buying anything else, and then someone comes out with something, you're like, oh shit, I gotta get this.
Yep.
Like, if this wasn't the Rocketeer and you were showing me Dick Tracy, I'd have been like, oh shoot, I didn't think of that. I gotta get Dick Tracy stuff.
Yeah.
The Rocketeer, unfortunately, as beautiful as this is, it doesn't fall into that purview with me.
That's good though. I mean, it's just safe from having to purchase this.
Yeah, plus the price point's pretty high on it.
You're not supposed to make perfect toys that you're supposed to find yourself safe from purchasing.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
I suppose.
So, but yeah, I have to stay strong. But that said, whoever worked on this and is listening to this, kudos. Like, great job. This is so great.
All right, Ronald.
Well, yeah, they look cool. The issue is that I have not seen the movie.
Oh,
wow.
So it doesn't get me there. So
thanks for making us all feel old now, Ronald.
Doesn't that happen every episode though? Like,
yeah, every single episode.
Mighty kid, I guess. Yeah.
How old are you? 14?
I turned 15 last year. Come on.
I was gonna say, which century were you born in? That's the real question.
Yeah. All right, Chamba.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it at the
on
Tuesday, it's great, the price and also the lack of just anything interactive with Betty. Just an extra head, extra hands, maybe something. The fact that it's just her. Like, people are hoping that maybe they might release her as an individual release down the line, but that kind
would
of
be cool.
It would be cool, but it's like, for the folks that say just wanted Rocketeer, they had to get the Betty with it as an accessory for that price. Maybe if they remove Betty, right? Maybe if they remove Betty, it would have been less. But then, you know, they were almost forced to get it. So I don't know, but it's cool. The price is quite high, I feel, for what you're actually going to get.
True. Ernie?
Yeah, I love it. I think it looks good as well, too. I think she looks really good as like any type of character to use with somebody. It's the face, it's the look, you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, like, this thing would go great with like the DC Bombshells figures.
Oh, that's what I see. That's what I see right away too. I mean,
the problem is not how good they look.
It's the price for me. It's the price. That's pricey as we get into our, like we said, our changing of our stages of collecting.
Right.
You know, maybe at one point I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to pre-order it, like Rocketeer and yada yada yada. Why not? And now it's like, ooh, $150. Yeah, I gotta hold back on that just a little bit because bills and everything else.
Because then you can also compare it to other items that you can get for $150 and like, okay, how does this? The value, like, I feel like I'm going to get more out of this 150 than this one.
Correct. Yeah. So it's not in my heart to be like, finally, I need that Rocketeer. Although it's a nice set, it is. Maybe at $99.99, like, I think a lot more people would have been on board. because $50 is a big difference.
Easily.
Right? I mean, it really is. When we're starting to talk about figures and everything like that, there's always that one little thing that pushes everybody over the edge for their price. And I think the 150 is what pushes the people away, have to think about it. You have the diehards who are in right away.
Fans are in automatically.
Correct. Yeah. Right. Yeah. See, by herself was great. See, Rocketeer, this picture by himself would have been cool at like $75, right? Like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to get that. He looks good. So hearing the 150, that's what's hard. And like I'm saying, 99 could have, but we'll see. It's good though, and I'm very happy for everybody who's like, oh, finally, and a really good Rocketeer. So that's cool.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if it was $99.99, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay, like you know what I mean, like
yeah,
I'd have been like, all right, I guess I don't know, but yeah, like I definitely would have been a lot more tempted. Like seeing the 150, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. Like they look great, but yeah,
priced you out, right?
Oh, for sure.
Also, is the price really a non-negotiable if it was just characters you wanted? Like, it's gonna sound really weird, but I would not pay $150 for Rocketeer personally. But if that was Jack and Hannah from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, I would have been all over it.
It always is very personal.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah, because it definitely depends on character and property. Like,
yeah,
like
we hold some properties higher. Yeah.
Or your favorite character. Here it is, Augie, the Boba tax that everybody talks about. And I'm still the stupid ass who spends the $40 on the figure and will sit here and bitch about it like, oh, that sucks. And I would not spend it, but it's Boba Fett. So I feel it has to. I mean, it plays to you on who it is. If this was a Wolverine for Cheney, and there was something, but it was just that touch of a different color, or the color was right, and it was 150. Cheney, I know, right, Cheney? You'd be like, yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm going to get them and see.
It depends.
Oh, come on. I think you would, and you'd maybe get rid of it after.
This guy, though, I think if it was this guy, because the fact that these figures kind of look like premium versions of Legends, 150 is a massive climb from 25, 30. For something that is supposed to be like a premium version of that. It doesn't, like if you compare this to say the price is closer to say what domestically would be like a Mezco. It's not
80 to 100.
You don't see it. It's harder to see it that way.
Yeah. Very
but
true.
the sculpting, it really reminds me of do you remember like Tim Bruckner's DC Direct stuff?
Yes.
Like especially on Betty. Like I miss that look. Like when something that's from like let's say the 40s
era
actually looks like the era exactly.
Yeah,
Betty really captures that.
Oh, it's big time.
It's a lost,
fantastic.
It's a lost art, and whoever, like I said, whoever worked on it from Loosecollector, like kudos to you. That's like nailed it. Like this is what I want Cadillacs and Dinosaurs to look like. But maybe also the prices because they know that fan base is so limited.
And they're a smaller company.
It's got to be that.
It's a very niche fan base, and it's also like they're a small company. Like it's
so they have to go at this price to get it out in order to.
And I wish them the best. I hope this blows out. We all feel silly.
Right.
Yeah, like you do have to remember that. Like, yes, prices it is high, but on their end too, it's like they got to front all the money to for tooling and all that. Like making figures ain't cheap, man.
Plus the amount of figures they actually have to produce, it's probably a lot smaller than the larger companies. So yeah,
and they look great.
More to do it.
Yeah,
they do look great, and that's why it sucks. Because I'm like, she looks fantastic. I do wish if she came with those extra hands and extra head, that would have pushed me further though.
It's
just little things
with it until you said that, and I was like, oh, that's actually a really great point.
Just a head that would say interact with him if they're flying together or something, anything.
It's a great note.
Yep, just anything with some extra hands.
I'm telling you, her look is what sells it for me too.
It
doesn't even have to do with the Rocketeer.
No, totally.
It's her as a figure looks so good.
Like I said, you could throw her in with the DC bombshells, and she'll fit right in.
Yeah. You put it this way: you put her on the shelf with anything else, and she's going to stand out.
Yes. Totally. Oh, for sure.
And going to make anything else that she's standing next to look that good.
All right.